Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I got an idea. You want to talk about some more reality TV?
No! God, please, no!
Of course you do, you masochist. If you didn't, you wouldn't be here. I ain't making no Ken Burns style or David Attenborough documentaries. I'm making mindless drivel about mindless drivel. Because that's what I do. I ain't winning no Pulitzer Prizes over here.
Did you put that together yourself, Einstein? What, do you got a team of monkeys working around the clock on this?
Now, nothing says reality TV to me like a little wife swapping. Not that kind of wife swapping, you filthy animals. I'm talking about the television show Wife Swap. Now, Wife Swap originally aired for 6 seasons in 2004 to 2010 on the ABC television network. It was later picked up and rebooted by Paramount in 2019. And I'm not sure, I think it might still be going today. I don't know. Bruh. The premise of the show is they take 2 families, usually polar opposite families, and have the wives swap households.
Each week, from across America, 2 families are chosen.
Now, why would anybody agree to this? Beats the shit out of me. I would neither want my wife to go to some stranger's house for 2 weeks, nor would I want some strange wife coming to my house for 2 weeks. I don't have a wife, so I don't got to worry about it. But still, it seems crazy to me.
You're crazy.
That brings us to today's episode, The Smokes and the Beavers. Now remember, this is Hollywood. So if you choose to go on this show, prepare to have your beloved family shoehorned into an offensive archetype. I don't know, boss. This seems like 2 really nice families. How do you want to frame this? What are you, an idiot? The Smokes are Southern conservative rednecks. The Beavers are woke hippie liberals.
Pretty lucky. Say what?
That's about as deep as I'm gonna get on the meat of this show. Turn your brain back off and let's watch this piece of shit.
This week, the Smokes from South Carolina, a proud conservative and traditional Southern family. Strict Aletha believes that children should be seen and not heard, and has refused to share a bed with gun-toting hunter husband Glenn for 10 years.
Do we need to know that? I don't think we need to know that. I bet you're regretting your decision already, Glenn.
And the Beavers, an environmentalist family from Arkansas. Amy is an animal rights activist who believes that kids should be independent and outspoken. She hates guns, rednecks, and housework.
Okay, so we need to talk about the white guy dreads. It's a difficult look to pull off for a white dude. I think Mike Hall of Rust Valley Restoration, he nailed it. This guy, it looks like his hair is still in the larval stage.
Each wife is about to get a new husband, new children, and a new life.
For the wives, the rules go like this. Week 1, you gotta live like the previous wife lived.
Lazy, animal-loving Amy must live the life of a hard-working hunter's wife.
I don't like that somebody's living my really fun life. It's not fair.
And hard-working, house-proud Aletha has to put up with a back-chatting child and lounge around a filthy house all day.
Look at the cigarette butts, would you? There's hundreds.
These people are clueless that there's anything wrong with it. They're just happy to live in this nasty squalor.
I just love how she says squalor.
Then, in the second week, the wives get to change everything.
In week 2, the wives get to say, the way you guys do shit. You're gonna do it my way.
I don't feel comfortable with the guns in the house. I don't want them here, and they're gone.
Why?
They're gone. Next rule.
I would like for you not to interrupt Jeff and I when we're talking and other adults when they're talking. That's
comfortable with, like,
Are we interrupting?
Well, isn't that special?
Okay, there's your trailer cheese. Let's crack open this can of worms.
We have not slept in the same bed in 11 years, maybe. Snoring, she said, keeps her up.
So get a CPAP. I don't know how this wife swap situation is going to help you with that.
Glenn sleeps on the bottom bunk. It's a nice arrangement. I like it. I'm extremely exhausted.
Oh, quit belly aching.
Wait, I get to see the look of satisfaction again after Glenn lands his zinger.
Yo, nailed it.
Nailed it.
I think I'm a pretty good husband.
In what way?
Please don't even go there.
Okay. The whole not sleeping together for 10 years plus is starting to make sense.
Amy Beaver is an animal-loving pacifist liberal who lives with her environmentalist husband, Jeff. They've been together for 12 years, and the physical side of their relationship is still going strong.
We feel like it's an accomplishment after 12 years of marriage for the sex to be better now than when we first got married.
Whoa, again with the oversharing. Look, I don't know how you can have sex staring at this giant hairy spider.
Amy is a fervent supporter of gun control, campaigning on the internet for the abolition of the right to bear arms, and she's passionate about animal rights.
Oh boy, wait till you meet Glenn. He's a good old boy from the South. Hunting and fishing is in his DNA.
Would not consider myself to be traditional. There have been times where Emily has kind of had to pull me up by my bootstraps and say, be a mom, be a mom.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want your kid reminding you to be a better mom. You know, wind up on the Dr. Phil show.
If there is somebody in this audience who doesn't think this is wrong, then somewhere there is a village missing their idiot.
Anyways, so off they go to the swap houses.
For the first time, the wives get to see where they will be living for the next 2 weeks.
Oh no! No! It's a really big Confederate flag. That flag symbolizes just mass murder.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you draw your own conclusions here,
This is South Carolina. We do it in a different way. We are Southern people.
because I am not touching that.
Oh, what a mess. My children's rooms wouldn't look like this. I know my children try to get away with it, but I don't let them get away with it.
Oh,
All creatures belong to God. I'm sorry.
Really? Come on. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of taxidermy either. I think it's kind of weird. But you act like you and this deer used to hang out.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's just nasty. People shouldn't live this way.
Okay, crying about a dirty garage might be subjectively worse.
Each wife has written a manual as a guide to the running of their home.
this is an amazing woman to be able to get up at 6:30.
In the mornings, I get up at 10 a.m. We have a lot of sex.
Okay, we get it, Amy. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
We haven't shared a bed for about 10 years. Sunday lunch is always a big family affair.
It's always just the three of us because we're very close and like to keep it that way. Okay, maybe nobody wants to come over.
This woman is so f***ing smug and catty.
It's the moment of truth. The two wives are about to come face to face with their new husbands and children.
Hey, how are y'all? Hey.
Hi.
Emily, I'm Aletha. How are you?
Hi.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
This is Addie.
Hey, how are you? It's nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too.
This is Eli.
Hi, Eli. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
I think Glenn doesn't quite understand the rules of this show because he thinks he hit the f***ing jackpot.
Amy is very beautiful. I was expecting someone big and fat and ugly.
I couldn't eat. I won't eat. The place is filthy. Not right now. Like I said, I just ate a banana and...
I wish I had her as A wife. A real wife.
We have a lot of sex.
Easy, Hoss. Mama's coming home in 2 weeks. No touching the merchandise. You'll be sleeping in the garage.
The dad is off the wall and freaky, dreadlocks.
She's a little uptight, a little judgmental. So I can assume that it's probably gonna get a little worse.
Oh, yeah. You are correct, sir.
Okay.
Now, Amy has to get up at the crack of dawn, take the kids to school, clean the whole freaking house, go to work at the bowling alley with the family.
There's Nanner. There's Mama.
Because that's what Aletha does. Aletha has to do nothing. Nothing. Because that's what Amy does.
We have a lot of sex.
Now, while Aletha and Dreadboy sit around in the backyard and watch grass grow.
Okay. Okay.
Amy is the star of the family barbecue.
Everybody's waiting to see Amy, my new wife. Oops, I've dropped my teeth.
And it's really creepy.
When I was walking down the stairs, I felt like I was royalty and I was the one they had all been waiting for, and I felt a great sense of love.
Yeah, I don't think this is love, Amy. This is Bubba and Cooter and Skeeter leering at you at the family barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah, not the same story over at Hippie House. Rasta Jeff ain't showing Aletha off to nobody. He's just sitting there catching big attitude.
It's Saturday morning in Arkansas, and bored of doing nothing, Aletha is trying to establish exactly what, if anything, Amy does do in the house.
The dogs need to be fed, and 98% of the time it's Amy that's feeding them. There's also a bowl upstairs in the bathroom. That bowl has to be filled because they don't like to come downstairs for some reason.
Finicky, lazy dogs.
They're not finicky and lazy.
Oh, okay. All right. You knew what you wanted.
But then Austin added the sand toy for me just in case.
Emily, she shouldn't talk when adults are talking and not interrupting and things like that. You hear Dad talking to you?
No sour cream.
No
you
sour
know
cream.
that.
Parents are not acting as parents. They're not making her clean her room. It's like she doesn't know who the child is and she doesn't know who the parent is. But they have to be taught.
Spoiler, this kid is a savage and my favorite person in this whole entire show.
When do y'all do thorough cleaning?
What the hell is even that?
Just do chores. Do chores. Do chores. Clean the sink. Empty the trash. That's what I think she's gonna make me do. She's gonna make me do that.
The way that she spoke to me this morning made me feel like she was talking to me like I was a 2-year-old. It was just
Unironically, I think this is the more appropriate dynamic. Glenn and Amy playing house is just fucking weird to me.
Amy, I'll be going turkey hunting with Carl and Smokes, South Carolina, which is about an hour away from here.
Okay, dear.
See y'all later.
Have fun.
Have a good day.
Oh, you too.
Now, the first week is up. So the new wives with their new rules get to lay down the law.
Today, everything is about to change in the Smoke and Beaver households as the new wives take control.
I think I'm definitely going to have to be firm with Glenn. Any difference that I can make in this family will be a victory.
I'm anticipating the worst, hoping for the best.
her changing the rules is a completely frightening thing from this standpoint, because I don't know what in the world she's going to want me to do.
Now look, I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm no fan of Mama Godzilla over here. But at least her rules are kinda not that unreasonable.
Cleanliness. That's one thing I want to assign some duties. I've got a list of little chore charts here. Jeff, this one's yours. Emily, that one's yours.
She's trying to make us do chores. What do you think about that?
All she wants is them to clean the house and for the kid not to be such a brat.
Now, Emily, I would like for you not to interrupt Jeff and I when we're talking and other adults when they're talking.
I'm
That's
real uncomfortable with, like...
Are we interrupting? You need more paper towel?
No.
No what?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
You can't do this to me.
Which might go over better if she weren't such a
It's getting really hard to be nice to that woman, the devil woman.
Amy wants to put the hippie on Glenn by taking away all his guns and all his stuffed animals.
I don't know if you noticed, but there are no guns in this house. I've gotten rid of the guns. I don't want them here, and they're gone. I am an animal rights activist. All of the dead animals that are hanging around have to go.
Glenn seems to be okay with this, though, because I think he still thinks he's getting laid.
Glenn, you are moving back into your bedroom. It's your bedroom, Glenn. You belong there. Okay?
Now, I think Amy is genuinely a nice person. I like Amy. But I'm not a hunter or a gun guy. But Glenn certainly is. Why don't you just chop his balls off? At least she puts him back in his own bed. Relax there, Tiger. Amy's moving to the bunk bed. Now, despite all these changes, the husbands seem to be going along. In fact, Jeff seems to be kind of liking that the house is getting cleaned up, and Amy institutes a family night, where instead of Glenn going hunting, he stays home and they watch movies and eat pizza with the kids. And everybody seems to like it. In fact, it's going so well that Amy has Glenn take down his Confederate flag, and Aletha has Jeff hang up an American flag, and all is right with the world.
And it's a rule, and so I need you to take it down with us.
Wrong. This blows the whole fucking thing up. You couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? You had to make them do Flaggate. This is where the wheels fall off of the whole thing.
You know, two can play this game. I want to get away from this lunatic, this tree hugger.
Yep, Glenn's done. So he gets drunk and drives off with the kids. When he comes back, he tells Amy to take the dinner she cooked and shove it up her ass.
You get in there and you put it up, Glenn.
No, you want it up?
No, Glenn.
You cooked it, clean up.
Glenn, I cooked it. You didn't eat it. You go clean it up. I'm asking you, Glenn.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Glenn, I love you in spite of your beliefs.
What the
I need you to love me in spite of mine.
Jeff is done too. But Jeff just sits on the couch and cries like a baby.
The stuff that I'm getting back is just complete negative. All the time. I'm getting nothing but negative.
We need to get the rest of this.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, thanks.
That's all I have to say. She's made my house a completely negative place to be. If she were actually the mom in this house, there's no way I would ever want to come home from work.
After a long 2 weeks, the families are finally reunited. Then they all sit down together and tell each other how much they think their families suck.
Aletha, this man sucked me dry. I cannot imagine what he has done to you in 14 years.
And I'm very happy with my life. After going to your house, living with your family, the fact that you don't work, you stay at home, the conditions that y'all live under.
Dirty hoe. Looks like the solidarity sister angle didn't work, Amy. She just called you a lazy bitch.
Actually, now that I'm speaking to you, I think you and Glenn are absolutely made for each other.
Don't laugh too hard, Ursula. Not really a compliment.
You are manipulative, you are cruel, and I hope I never see you again in my life.
Now Glenn chimes in, and without anything intelligent to say, he just starts hurling country bumpkin insults.
Oh, what are you going to do, Miss Tree Hugger?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because both of y'all are daggum tree huggers.
What does it have to do with this?
Because
I'm an environmentalist? Because that has absolutely nothing to do with our home, the way our home functions.
The way that you got your hair looks like you need to go across the ocean and live with the daggum aborigines.
And for Amy, it's hysterical time.
You treated my child badly.
No, I did not.
Wait.
Nobody messed with your child.
She told you off.
I'm going to go and let my dogs in the house.
They're not inside.
My dogs are not inside.
During the day?
No, they have to stay inside.
Why?
They're adopted.
They're living beings.
No, they stay outside. My dogs stay outside. Ab stayed inside the first a couple nights. You're gonna lose your head.
And scene. And what have we learned here, kids? Nothing if not stay in your lane and don't try to tell other people how to live. But there's 147 episodes in just the first iteration of this stinking reality TV show. You can bet you'll be seeing a lot more of this. But anyways, I'm done for now. I'll see you the next time I see you. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. And peace.